So as we know, Max Verstappen had a dominant season in 2022. I mean, he won 15 races and wrapped up the title with several races to go. But while things have been good for him this season, he is unhappy with the amount of street circuits that are on the F1 calendar, and he's now given a brutal assessment of them, as well as speaking about the F1 calendar going forward. But before we begin, if you enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like and also subscribe for more Formula 1 content, and you can follow me on Twitter at James_Formula1, and there'll be a link in the description. So as F1's become more popular over the years, the calendar's grown, and next year F1 is scheduled to have a record 24 races during the season, with new additions such as the Las Vegas Grand Prix, while tracks like Qatar are also making a return. While there are doubts about the Chinese Grand Prix going ahead, without it the F1 calendar still sees 23 races next year, which is still a record. Now while this is great for F1 fans as it means more action, it can take its toll on teams with the amount of travelling there will be throughout the year. It can also be difficult for drivers, but Verstappen believes that those who are unprepared for such a long season should leave the sport. He was quoted as saying, "If you're not prepared, then it's better to stop already. I think we're all racers and we love racing." Now Verstappen also spoke about his 2021 title fight with Lewis Hamilton. Who can forget how intense that season was, with the two drivers constantly battling right to the last lap of the season, with Verstappen going on to beat Hamilton that year. But it was completely different this year, with Max wrapping up the title with 4 races to spare. And Max said he wouldn't want to go through a season like 2021 on a regular basis. He said, "You can't have that drama every single year for sure. It's not good for me, it's not healthy for anyone in the team, both teams. Of course it's just that it's nice to have a season like I had last year, but it's also nice to have a season like I have this year. It would just be very tough if you have that every single year, the year I had last year." So street circuits have always been around in Formula 1. Monaco, for example, has been known as F1's crown jewel, and over the years more and more street circuits have made their way onto the F1 calendar. Now street circuits do tend to provide a greater challenge to drivers than other venues, and alongside Monaco, there will be street races in Saudi Arabia, Azerbaijan, Singapore and Las Vegas in 2023. But Verstappen is not a fan of the amount of street circuits that are making their way onto the F1 calendar, feeling that the new era of F1 car doesn't suit them. He was quoted by Dutch magazine Formula 1 as saying, "I don't like street circuits at all anymore. Certainly not with the even bigger and heavier new generation of cars." Now street circuits do tend to be a bit more bumpy, and Verstappen feels that while in older F1 cars this wasn't a problem, the modern stiffer and heavier cars make it too hard to drive around street circuits. He added, "In Monaco and Singapore, I was very disappointed with how the new cars took to the streets. They were too heavy, too stiff, you can't take curbs with it anymore. The cars just aren't built for this. Street circuits are fun for pictures, but not for racing." Now this year we have been treated with having in-helmet cameras, and at any circuit we've seen drivers' heads bouncing around so much that it's very impressive how they always find the braking point. And I do remember in Monaco, for example, how violent the bouncing looked. And if you remember Mercedes during that Grand Prix weekend, their car looked to be on the verge of being undrivable. So I do get Verstappen's point, although personally I do like street circuits given they provide an extra challenge for the drivers. But I do also feel more should be done to reduce the stiffness of the cars, as I do think that will help make the cars more drivable around bumps on street circuits. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. But that's going to be the video from me today. Thank you ever so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos, and until the next one, take care. Bye.